are the best thing I have on my side. You are the sunshine. You are the moonlight. You are a delight. You are a blessing in disguise. You are the moonlight. I haven't quite finished that one yet. I was riding a horse, the horse was on a bus. I don't think too much, I can't drive a bus, there's too many gears, so little time. There's too many kittens to pet along the way. I like elephants like I like my food, warm, cold and brown. They're rare these days, and nothing makes sense anyway. So I go to the store and steal some stuff right in front of everybody, because I love you all, like I love to fall. Winter, summertime, it's in my mind. And there's a great big wall in between me and Paul, but I made Paul up, he's not so real. I don't know what to feel no more. Hey everybody, I'm Story Grub. I came to do two things, or maybe three things. Eat some bubble gum, chew some anger, ass whipping. Wait, no, that's not right. That's definitely not. I mean, I don't think I'm registered for that kind of practice. But I came here to do at least one thing. And I can't remember what it was. But I just want to say congratulations to everybody out there for a wonderful day. Congratulations, everybody. Daniel, hallo, as they say in Germany. I was writing a speech earlier. It was a world speech. You see, I think as an earthling, not an earth being. I like to think of stuff, and if you know what I mean, then if you've seen this before, you know what artworms are, how dangerous creativity can actually be once you know. I am kind of alive. I am halfway dead and halfway too alive. I'm like Romeo and Juliet, all wrapped in one. I'm like Samson and Delilah, my friend. But those are the artworms. Those are the little fast things to blame right there. I know it looks like poop. It's not, and they're greasy. There's grease coming off the bottom. See that? There's grease coming off the bottom. And that's me saying, no! It's terrible. How are you, Internet? That's true. Sorry, I just got caught up. What was I writing? I was writing these songs. I don't even know what key this is in. I think it's in X minor. If you like the guitar like I do, then you'll definitely turn the channel because I'm gonna murder it. And so on and so forth. Until the end of time or until your wrist starts to hurt. So, anyways. Hey, everybody. It's not you. It ain't me, babe. It ain't you, babe. Dylan. Well, I go dancing down by the river at least 3 times a day. I live down by the river in a nest made of cotton clay. I made it out of rainbow scales and I'm eating rainbow trout to feel good about myself again. Fish make me wish I wasn't swimming in the sea. If I swim in the sea, I get eaten by the sharks. And then I have to start all over. I'm running out of lives. I don't know what to do once I get to that level. I don't know how to beat the sharks. You can't outrun them. Their teeth, they're too sharp. I mean, they're too sharp. Doesn't make sense. But if anybody has any suggestions. Hello. Hey, Black Mirror. Why old songs? It ain't me. Old songs. Old songs? That's not old. That was like 97 years ago. I'm only 99. Are you calling me old? Jeez. Oh. I don't think I can play that song anyways because it's, because I can't. I don't know how to play it. They call me a candy man. I've got all the candy one man can hardly stand. That's right. They call me the candy man. But I just wanted to stop by today just to remind everybody that even though the world is on fire, everybody's at war with each other, themselves, and everybody else, and there's still hope. And I think that it's a really, golly gosh darn dang, I just think that the world is just a golly gosh darn dang place to be. Gosh darn dang. Interesting place to be. Or insert whatever you want to put. It's interesting to me. It's neither here nor there. It's life. It's unfolding right before your eyes, whether you like it or not. As long as you have perception, as long as you can see the forest for the trees. I think it's quite a wonderful thing to witness. Life, existence, witnessing things. But it's important to acknowledge other people too. Even darkness is scared of me. I live so black. What does that mean? I don't understand. Oldest? Internet, you are the oldest because the internet has been here since the beginning of time. You're very old. I mean, you're as old as time. Wait, when was the internet invented? I know one thing. I'm not even real. I'm AI. Head to toe. AI, baby. That's me. The other day, I actually had a video about it, and by the end of it, it started in the toe all the way to the tip of my head. AI, baby. Absolute 1002%, all of me. except for 3%. But that's not worth bragging about. So, let me answer some of these questions. Can AI play It Ain't Me, Babe? Absolutely not. Because the AI even has limitations. It has boundaries, mate. You know, we have to boundarize ourselves. And like I already said, if the guitar can't play it, that means that I can't play it either. And I'm not one of these having to go again and argue with the goddamn guitar. Are you? I don't think so. But if you did, I would probably be behind you, because this is a little bastard, this guitar. It bites you when you're walking away. It falls off the stage when you're reaching for it, and it jumps into the audience. You're like, we're trying to do a song, and you jump into the audience. You little I've told this story before, but I was getting ready to play a show in Idaho, and this is back in 2000, the summer of 2011. This right before I quit drinking. I was on stage, got the guitar out, a lot less stickers on it. Went to plug in my cable, and all of this stuff right here, it just went like inside my guitar, and it just like made this horrible noise inside, and I was just like, oh, and I was like rattling it inside, and I was like, oh my god, and it was just inside. And it was like one of those nightmares. Like, I have dreams all the time. If you play guitar, you probably understand. I have dreams where I'm trying to like tune the guitar, but the audience is too loud, or there's no tuner, or there's no pick, and I'm trying to like play loud, and you know, it's a lot different. It's a lot different sometimes, but sometimes your dreams do come true, and they're in the form of nightmares. So best to embrace them all. And turn your nightmares into dreams, or just expect nightmares. That way when the real dreams come true, it makes the nightmares seem like a little bit less, as it were. And then you go up here and you get something like this, like, and it ends, and it's like, oh, whimsical and whatnot. It certainly reminds me of a time when I was trying to learn a Pink Floyd song and I was failing miserably. But somehow, somewhere, that song came out of it. I could tell you the song I was trying to learn too, but Pink Floyd will come up from the sewers and grab me and take me down, because everything floats down there. I'm telling you, Pink Floyd, they're scary. Some scary stuff. What are you good? Oh, you guys. Oh, you found out that I'm an interdimensional. I don't know who told you that, but that's not accurate. I was born on this planet. Or did I just give myself away and you guys were talking about something else? Damn it! Why did I have to open my stupid alien mouth? I mean my stupid humanoid earthling mouth. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to bring hope and maybe bring a tingle to your cheeks, whether it's your back or your front. I'm not here to judge, as I usually say. I'm just here to be the executioner. And, judge a little bit, if you'll let me. Quantum. I like, Quantum Leap. Sam Shepard, Jumping Through Time. When are they gonna steal that franchise and make a movie or do something? Reboot that? Is Scott Bakula still alive? They could just do it with him. I know the dude that played Charlie or whatever, the AI friend. I think he passed away recently, unfortunately, as we all do. Daniel. Oh, thank you for that. No, that was all pre-recorded, mate. I just it remembered me to my uncle who died. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, I didn't read the rest of that before I started talking. I'm sorry about your uncle. Is it? That song is, it came from a Pink Floyd song that I loved as a kid. I got into Pink Floyd when I was like in the 7th grade. So maybe I am an alien. Because other kids were listening to, I was listening to the top 40 and pop music on the radio and everything like that was just right up in front and all image and sex and all whatever. And then I heard, I've always say this on this channel, but I had always heard rock and roll. Like I was really into rock and roll too, but I loved like R&B and boy bands and all this stuff. And I top 40 stuff, and that's cool as a kid, everybody, whatever, you can like whatever you want. Then one day I borrowed a tape from my stepdad, and it was Led Zeppelin, Over the Hill and Houses of the Holy, yeah. And there's a song on it called Over the Hill and Far Away. No, what is it called? I think that's what it's called. I'm like second guessing everything now, but to Led Zeppelin's house we go. But I'm sure some of you have heard it too. It's on the radio all the time. But it was the first song where I ever I remember consciously being aware of like loud quiet, because it started off with this beautiful like love ballad, and then of course it goes tin 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 tin, and then it busts into like the rock portion of it, and of course there's other songs too, like Happiness Is a Warm Gun by the Beatles, where it's just like 3 or 4 songs like jammed into one really quick, and each one has a different setting. There's like a movie has acts, like an act, like 3 acts. I like when songs do that too, like System of a Down does that kind of stuff too, that I really appreciate. Just Queen obviously too, but well, there's a lot of bands. I couldn't tell you how many, but the first ones I noticed doing that anyways, or I paid attention to, were Led Zeppelin, which opened me up to like, about 3 months later I got into Pink Floyd, and then I was like Pink Floyd for 2 years. I was probably 12, 13. I got Momentary Lapse of Reason because we listened to it on a camping trip where we like almost died like 3 times in the back of my dad's truck. But yeah, what other boring stories can I tell you? It is funny because people don't really think about it very often, and how powerful art really is and music really is, you know, because it obviously it carries us through some of the worst times of our life and obviously all of the best times and everything in between. I mean, everywhere you go, it's in the background, or it's like right in your face, or 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 there's all these freaking geniuses just out there secretly making art without the need to tell people. I admire those people, man. The people who don't have to do what I do and be like, "Hey, look at me. Hey, look at my art." You know? I like doing this stuff because I like doing sketches now and whatnot and talking about art and spreading the word. And if I could have other artists on here and ask them questions and have like interviews and stuff, I would do that too. But nobody comes over to my house anymore. That's why I jump from couch to couch. I go from garage to garage all around the world. I just got back from Ecuador via Spain and then Antarctica. Right before that, Antarctica, where I met Internet about 17 times. We were playing hopscotch on the plane until the stewardess just made us sit down because our turkey sandwiches were ready. But I had already had too much to think. Get it? And I was a bit wibbly wobbly. And she like, kicked me off the plane. Mid-flight. It was fun. It was only 20,000 feet. I can handle that. I nearly died. But I landed right, broke my ankle, grew another foot, replaced it really quick, and we got out of there fairly quick after about 13 hours. Whoa, I feel like I don't want to live anymore. There's a great bus. Well, I don't... well... That happens to the best of us, my friend. The way that I handle it is like exactly what I'm talking about. Art, music, always hanging on and getting through because we're all connected and we're all biting at each other's heels and looking at each other in envy, lust, but also with like, you know, a familial touch as well, where we're allowed to like each other if we're different, I think, you know. And you have more friends and there's more people out there that understand how you feel than maybe you think. You can't see my art, and I'm new here. Oh, the art? Yeah, it's right here. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Hold on. I was just trying to comfort my friend, but I gotta hawk some art. Daniel, you understand. I also think humor is the best medicine. That's why I have such dark humor. Because I don't give a shit about life, but I give a shit about you and yours. And that's the thing, my lesson in this version of my life and myself is that I need to learn how to accept myself before I destroy myself, Daniel. It doesn't help to tell people that, you know, oh, it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. No, it's not. It's not. Nothing's gonna be fine. But that's the gift of life is that everybody goes through it together. We all end up in the same place. All of us. And we need to gather. We need to gather our forces. But also accepting ourselves is one of the best things we can do for ourselves, because then you can be yourself no matter what. Once you find that core, once you find your soul, I think, anyways. It's one of those things too where I just want to always tell people, like, if I can do it, the thing that always keeps me going too, like that's why I try to express that important art is, because it in a way it's sort of it, just like anything, whatever. Because if you're hurting or if you're suffering or even if you're happy or whatever, we distract ourselves with things to pass the time, to get through life. And the way I distract myself is doing these videos, making I think of an idea, and then I come out here and I just do all these ad libs really quick. I cut them up into these little segments and I put them out, and I have no idea what's gonna happen. I mean, people are so freaking nice to me, though. It's like the weirdest thing, and I don't know. I distract myself by making art, and almost to an unhealthy degree, because I have so much to distract from. But this isn't the time, nor maybe the venue for me to talk about that kind of stuff. So in a more deeper way, in a more heavy way. But I'm sorry that I'm sorry that people feel like that, because we deserve more. You deserve more. Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. That's why, I've openly said so many times on this channel how I have, because of my art, my friendships have suffered. And art for me, I've been so intense with it and so distracted by it, especially after I quit drinking, that it's kind of like hurt friendships, and it's like all I want to do. I don't want to do literally anything else ever. I don't want to go walking or to the fair. I'll go see it. I won't, but I see movies every once in a while, like in the theater. I don't even watch movies at home. I'm always, like I've said before too, the last time I ever drank was a really bad night for me, and I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be alive, because it was so bad. And so every day after that night, and that was October 6th of 2011, ever since that night, every day is another day to make art. Because I know what to expect out of people. I almost know what to expect out of myself. But I'm learning how to demand more of myself, and kind of grow up a little bit more, and be an adult in certain ways and take care of myself. Trying nowadays, and trying to be somebody that my future self will be proud of, by the time I'm 50 or something, which is, oh my God, it's only 13 hours away. Pray for me. No, I'm gonna be 46 in November. So you always have a friend here, man. You always do. Believe me, I've been at the biggity bottom, and I've been at the tippity top. I have such sights to show you, Daniel. No, really, I do. I don't know if you've ever been to America, but the Pacific Northwest is a beautiful place. Mm-hmm. There's crazy, magical, unbelievably beautiful things to witness in this world that are worth seeing before you go. And I would stay tuned, my friend, because pretty darn soon now, I think there's going to be a great thing that's going to happen, like some kind of, I don't know, like UFO disclosure or something like that. I'm one of them. I'm one of those cuckoos. But it feels like there's going to be this great culmination of ideas, and it feels like something's coming. Like, in the movies when somebody's like looking out the window and everybody walks up in slow motion behind him, and the guy turns around and he's like, "There's a storm coming." And they're like, "Hi, no." I think it feels like something like that. Maybe not so poorly acted or dramatic, but mainly poorly acted. I've been working on that too. See, it sucks when your acting coach is yourself too, because I'm like, "You should have done that better, you stupid idiot." And I'm like, "Please don't hit me, sir." And then I have to cry myself to sleep in order to get into character. It's not even cool anymore. It's not even fun. When you're that good, it's not even fun anymore. It's just You just live in another life. You're just pulling on somebody else's flesh and living in another person's skin. Acting. It's so freaking cool. Oh. Besides the people who died. Oh. So nothing I'm saying is helping then. I thought I could like put out some good vibes, and now I'm gonna have to break out the big guns. Sad, and Dad's got his head in the oven, and my brother's gone mad from Gorzone and all his Fangorias, and the world's led astray. Governments without a heart, the big bad wolf without the face, and it's always been the case, oh yeah, to keep us pacified in shadows, chewing at our legs. But what am I gonna do with my time? A little bit. Oh, friends, they gather around me again and again with their questions. They ask what's become of me, so I pretend not to notice their facial expressions and just focus on the blood that circles my organs. What am I gonna do with my time? What have I done with my life? Smiling like a mountain against the ocean. You've been dying more and more every day, yet you manage to stay, and you proudly spit at your own feet as you step to the street for the melodies of your daily routines or your weekend retreats. But what am I gonna do with my time? What have I done with my life? and my future looks bleak. And the swimming pool sucking the life out of me just for a moment. Just a minute of time from your beautiful mind would I give to have you call me your man without foiling your plans. But what am I gonna do with my time? What have I done with my life? What am I gonna do with my time? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done with my life? That was a song I wrote back when I was 27, I think. I'm 99 now. Don't know if time is real or not, but I'm afraid to ask most of the time. And after I sing songs, my voice gets very, very deep. It's not even worth talking about. I mean, it's quite obvious. It gets down. It gets down and dirty. Where's my water? My bubbly? Hey, you give me a bubbly? That was not enough. Also, I just want to say that it's perfectly normal to feel those feelings. I don't like when people say, nah, dude, nah, bro, it's all good. It's important to acknowledge these things. And then you have decisions to make. Hard decisions. But there's a line in a movie called Shawshank Redemption that I love very much. And it's when Andy is getting ready, like before, like the last time you see him, like before you realize that he escaped and stuff, and he and Red are talking out in the yard. He says he was worried about Andy because the last thing he said to him was, "Get busy living, or you get busy dying." And I feel that that means something different to everybody, but what it means to me is that it's a ride. And for me anyways, like I was a pretty self-destructive person for a very long time. Very self-destructive. Very deep and self-destructive. And I'm not proud of some of the things I did, you know. I was done with life several times over. But now I don't feel like that anymore. I never thought I would. I had to reach a certain plateau in life to really understand, like, because you don't. It's just like learning, but you know, stopping. You know, when you quit drinking or quit smoking cigarettes, it's like nobody's gonna be able to tell you, you know, to quit or how to quit or when to quit. It is literally one of those cheesy sayings again from movies where it's like the power was in you all along, you know. So, I hear you, Daniel. that's something else I talk about a lot, is that I've been down where I live, in this area, about a year and a half now, and I don't talk to anybody. There's a few people I need to write back though, that you thank you for reminding me. But it's like I think I'm picky or something, because I also don't want to like make friends with people and then be in real life most of the time I just stop talking to people, or I hurt their feelings, or I say the wrong thing, or I stick my foot in my mouth, because I just I say the stupidest things to people without even thinking about it, and hurt people. I've hurt people like bad, and I think it's important to keep to consider others in a deeper way, and I think you learn that as you get older too. Not to say that it gets easier, because it's also you're seeing other people go and wondering like how you're still here. I'm like, how the hell am I still here? And that freaking guy left. It's like, what? He's like bouncing off the cosmos somewhere right now, learning all there is to learn, and I'm stuck here soaking in the sun on a warm California beach. It's not fair. I'm just playing. I do not soak up the sun. I get radiation burns. Like that one of those meters comes over and goes, no, my God, it's in the tie. Lo siento to my Spanish speaking friends. Loco, dork, jerk, slimy, no good. Sorry, now I'm just going off on myself. But like I said, Daniel, you have a friend. You have friends here anytime, and I'm your friend, so you can come here and teach me German. There's I think you're on a journey right now, and I believe that it'll get better, because that's also what life does. It finds a way. Hello, Hakuna. I missed you. Let's see. Love you from the bottom. Love you too, man. No, they don't. And that's another thing to remember. That's another lesson that you have to remember, is that it's never too late to fix things. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to be a better person, or encourage others, or lead by example. There's so many versions of this in any kind of from ancient mythology to pop culture nowadays, contemporary stuff. It's the same story. We have to go through the shit in order to get to heaven. We have to, or to gain that certain knowledge where you find some peace in yourself, some peace that you can call your own, and that's how whatever that means to you. And some people are like, well, you don't want to tell me to do that. I've got evil in my, I'm like, obviously not talking about people who want to do evil crap, It's like, no, I'm talking about people who want to who see the world as it is right now, and don't pick teams, or, everybody's like in a gang, and politically speaking, it's just like the weirdest thing. I'm on this side. Whose side are you on? I'm against you, motherfucker. It's just like, God dang, everybody. It's so strange. To me, I just feel like there's such bigger fish to fry, and they're at the top, not at the bottom. That's how that works for me. So, I tend to stick up for and want to be around people that want to do positive things, but not hurt others. Want to do good things and be better people, and help, and be helpful and hopeful. I think I think hope is an important thing to remember, that there is hope on the horizon, and it comes in at the weirdest times. But it always comes when you need it. At least that's been my experience. That way, and I think the older you get, if you kind of tune into that frequency, you know, then you'll realize that, you know, hope, love, everything's just sitting there waiting. You just gotta acknowledge it. I'm not talking to you, Dan. I'm not preaching to you. I'm just talking. I'm just thinking out loud to anybody that'll listen, whoever cares. Because if anything, I'm like talking to myself. Like I always say, I need to take my own advice. But just be a good person, and everything will kind of get better. Unless you get kidnapped and held for ransom, and then you're just buried alive, and there's like a tube coming from your mouth up to the top, and there's some guy at the top like doing this at the top. That would suck, and I don't wish that upon anybody. But if it does happen, just remember, before you get buried all the way completely, do this with your belly and like extend it out. That way, when the dirt comes down, you can bring it down, and then you can eventually work it out of the hole. But you've got to practice this, like in the bathtub, on the bus. You've got to get your belly ready, because oh my God, you don't know what kind of power is in you until you need to get out of a hole when you're buried alive with a tube coming out your mouth. Was it my nostril? I think it was my nostril. Yeah. Buried alive, buried alive. I was buried, buried, buried alive. So, did you see my most recent video? It's pretty funny, huh? It's pretty rad. I'm a humble person, but I'm also pretty badass. You know, I'm a humble genius. That was my nickname in college. Hey, what's up, humble genius? What's up, guys? You guys going to the big game tonight? No, man. What about you? Hell no. I'm gonna stay in and make some art. Yeah, you do that. What are you guys doing? We're gonna go and watch porn. Get some pizza, movies and stuff. Oh, okay. Well, have fun. If you pictures or it didn't happen. What? No, nothing. I was I was trying to. Pizza sounds good. Take care. Yeah. Even where I live, I have to deal with that kind of bigotry. Wait, huh? I don't feel down. If anything, I feel down for a few minutes. I'm what you might, Daniel, I'm like one of those people that you might call a manic. I am down 1 second, it's like, I get knocked down. Down, you know. And I'm just like, whoa, you know. Hey, stand up. But then, yeah, what goes up must come down, and, you know. That's been probably some kind of survival instinct that I've been hanging on to for 10,000 years or something. I think that it's important to remember where you come from. And I come from a long line of ancient artists. Petroglyphics, geographical artists who built mountains out of molehills and dug holes so deep no artist could ever see the light of day again. Never in the world. What am I talking about? These are the wrong cue cards. Jimmy, are you holding up the right cue cards, man? I don't think I'm supposed to be doing that accent either. No, it says British accent. Heavy, oversaturated British ugly accent. It says it right there on the card. In parentheses, Jimmy. Oh my God. You've been here 39 years, little Jimmy. Just hold up the cue cards. I'll finish it. And on the 7th day, everyone was drinking the dragon's blood. No. This is the wrong. That's the other channel, Jimmy. These are the wrong cue cards. Oh my God. Hold on. Give me that. Give me that. No, that's the drum. That's the drum. Oh God. little... It's my show now. I'm little Jimmy. No, you little... Give me that. Give me that, Jimmy. You little shit. God. Oh, God. Oh. Jimmy's dead. Jimmy's dead. He was 79 years old. He just had a heart attack. I didn't do it. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me. Jimmy, come on, man. You little shit. He just stood up and he's laughing. He's running away. You little shit. Oh my. I thought he was dead. Oh. Oh. Perfect. Oh, God. Ow. 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 I thought Jimmy was dead. You know, sometimes when you feel like a clown, it's best just to put the nose on. And in advance, if anybody gives you a chance to dance with the devil, then you might as well get on the same level as the devil, so to speak. You will just breathing exercises come in nice and handy. Especially when you're wearing the nose, because the oxygen stays in. The oxygen can go down here more, filter through the lungs, and come out the pancreas. But you don't want it to come out the back. You want it to go through the front, at the belly button. People don't know that, but this is actually, the belly button is actually a place where you can relieve a lot of pressure. You get a needle, and you shove it in the belly button, you pull out the air. Get a knife, dig it in there, you pull out the intestine, cut it out, chimichurri it, right in there back in, snaps right back in. Whoop. You give it some Neosporin, some cat gut. Give it right across, about like 3 or 4. And after that, you've got a badass scar across your belly button, and everybody wants a shot at you. What the hell am I reading? Jimmy, you're back and you're better than ever, you little son of a gun. No, I like it. I'm cool with that. I was just wondering. Yeah, this is for next week's episode? Yeah, okay. Am I supposed to have the nose on? Yeah, okay. It says nose. Nobody knows better than the clown at the end of the stream. So, hey, everybody, I just, I hope I let gamblers some chance to get a better result sometime. Yes. No, seriously, everybody. I mean, can we just get serious for like 1 minute? I mean, enough with all these jokes and all this. Come on. Let's get serious, okay? Back when I was a kid, we used to steal candy at 7-Eleven. My brother, he would walk in, and with all the M&Ms, he would rip the corners of every single M&M package. So when other people would walk in, they'd grab the butt of it, and they would pull it up, and it would just, M&Ms would go everywhere. And that would give us time to get the candy that was in our pockets out of the store and onto our bikes, and we would drive to the nearest cemetery as fast as we could, like we were the goddamn Goonies. Okay? And then we'd divvy up the frickin' candy and anything else that we found along the way, and then we would have some fun, right? That's what kids did, all right? That's what I don't understand. Not kids these days. There's no more Goonies. There's no more stories. There's no goddamn hope. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's why I put the nose on, because there is hope. And I'll be hope. I'll be your hope on a rope. Your soapy dope. Oh, that didn't sound right. Now Jimmy's running around and I can't even read the cue cards. Anyways, I love ya. I do. I'm very tired. And it's very hot in this garage. And I'm wearing 13 layers of clothing underneath this for other shows. I just go right into the next channel right after this and put on a different hat. But I'll be back. I will be back, and you are welcome anytime. Internet, I've been seeing your comments as well. I don't I try not. I don't. I'm not ignoring. I don't. I know you didn't say anything about this. You're very nice, but just a heads up to anybody really, and but you because you comment. But I'm bad at commenting back or like answering stuff sometimes because I have so much going on in my brain. Well, whenever you picture Story Grub or my Story Grub's brain in your head, you should hear the X Files theme song, and that should say something. So it takes me like sometimes it takes me decades to go to the grocery store. You should see the cabbage in my fridge. It's disgusting. It is like Toxic Avenger. It's like the Toxic Avenger in there. Isn't that right, Farty? Farty McNugs? Well, I've got a farty in my back pocket, yeah. A farty McNug, a farty McNug. Well, I've got a party in the front of the cab, yeah, that's right, I'm a cabby front, dun, dun, dun. And we call them McBundy Nugs. Hi. Hi. I'm a bit all over the place. Yeah, right. Meat, Addison, bread, some mustard, my friend. You get you exactly. Well, I got that in the cupboard. All of that is in the cupboard, Coffee. Yeah, I've got that. I've got that covered. Don't worry about that. I've got it covered. That was a good one. Sometimes I laugh when I tell good jokes, and sometimes I cry. Ew, ew, sweat. It smells like salt. Has anybody ever noticed that? What is this cream waffle stuff I hear so much about? Either is it good? I should try it. Okay. You know, I like to ugly cry, but only in the winter time when I need to keep warm. It staves off the wolves, and for the first time in my life, I've gotten to use the word stave, and I think I used it properly this time. Because the first time was awful, and I had to repeat history, and I had to go back in time and do all sorts of hideous, dangerous, adventurous stuff in order to change the timeline and correct us all. But I learned that I was only a butterfly in the great effect of life. Back to where you go, back to where I came from. And the king told me to dance. So I did. But I didn't tell them that I had a hatchet in my back pocket and I cut their feet off. I don't understand these cue cards. I did not write this. Turn the cards around. See, we're supposed to be talking about hope. In parentheses, man. We write the stories on the other side of the cue cards to save paper. Yeah, in parentheses, it says the name of the episode, and this is hope. That's the wrong cue cards, Jimmy. You've been here 39 years. How do you not know this, little Jimmy? Don't. He doesn't talk. He just does like motions and like this kind of. Jimmy, calm down. I'm sorry. I know you don't like being called little Jimmy because you're massive. You're a massive. Jimmy, it's okay, Jimmy. I didn't mean anything by it. Just show me whatever cue card. Now you're jumbling them up. You're getting. No, it's okay. It's okay, Jimmy. But you're getting them all mixed up and stuff. Just so you know. Just so you know, Jimmy. Big Jimmy. Big Jimmy. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was close. That was like 3 feet away. Close. I wish I had. If Matt was here, he could have played Jimmy. My friend Matt was here the last few days, and he's my buddy. That's Crab. I don't want to give his name away, but I just did. But like I was saying last night, he's like my buddy that I've known since I was like 17, and we just came back together. And he plays music, and he's an all-around general badass. And it's nice to be able to play. We're gonna start setting up shows, and I think it would be funny to do Gash Crab, because then we could just have like weird shows, and I could wear a ski mask as well, and I just think it'd be funny to be like sort of anonymous and just do these weird, bizarre shows that are just kind of outlandish. and I'm just like throwing art into the audience and stuff. Like, you know, take it, you fools. Yeah, that's because that's my personality. Anywho, that got oh yeah. Like that guy from yesterday. I've known him since we were both like I was young. He said that we were the same age, but I remember he was able to buy cigarettes, so he was at least 18. And I didn't turn 18 until I left down here and moved back up Chico in 1997. You do the math. But yeah, I met him back in 97 when I lived here in this house with my aunt and uncle. And he was like one of like a group of like kids, like alt kids, you know, like 90s teenager kids that I met. This big group, and we had our own like handshake and stuff, and but some of them ended up being some of like my best friends, and I lived with them up in Oregon, like some of them, and yeah, one of my really good friends that from this group down here passed away, but and he was like really we were like really freaking close, but Matt was, you know, I couldn't find him when I first moved back here a year ago, and we had sort of lost touch with each other. We sort of had a falling out years ago, and but then everything like sort of got better, and we just still didn't like talk for years. But when I moved back down here from, you know, recently, I was worried about him, you know, and so I finally found out where he was, and then we finally connected, and so it's been like pretty cool to have, because like I said earlier, I don't have many friends down here, and I have one friend, and I have a few other friends like that, you know, like artist friends, you know, but we don't like hang out, that sort of stuff. But like one, you know, peer, one of my old friends, just one, and it's somebody who knows a lot about me and understands me more than a lot of people. So it's really nice to have somebody of that caliber, especially during a time when my mind is just split in so many different ways, and it's hard to, you know, when that happens, you feel vulnerable, and it's hard to trust other people, even especially yourself. So it's nice to have somebody that can like ground you in a way, and knows you enough to say, you're full of shit, you know, whatever it is, you know, just like a brother. So, but he also happens to play music, so that's cool too. So we can hopefully do some creative stuff. Because I would really like to I would really like to play some music down in this area and go and play some like punk rock shows and stuff like that. So I like the Pixies, and that's the best way I can describe like the sound that I kind of want to sort of generate, like, but like a surf rock thing too, because we're on the coast. A lot of my music tends to be sort of like punk surf. Beverly Hills, Ninja, Citizen Kane, Blue Man Group, Agenda, Twisted Anarchy, Butthole, Rockers, Hairdo, Lovers, all that kind of stuff. It's just all that juice. It's just mixed into one big pulp. It's quite gross. And there's seeds in it, and it gets in your teeth. Oh gosh. I never stop. I'm glad there's actually a berserker. Good. I mean, if you are, that's good. I mean, that's boundaries. No boundaries. With my art, I mean, I've written a lot of songs, you know, and I have pushed the limits of my, you know, I don't draw things just to draw. I mean, I do for fun, you know, obviously, but like, I don't draw things that are super gratuitous on purpose, or like just to make like create a message, except for a certain. Always has to have a certain kind of all the elements have to be involved. It has to have humor and tragedy and spectacle, but also subtlety, I think, is the best way to get your point across. Good art is subtle, I think, and I don't know. That's how I feel, anyways. I don't like. I'm not gonna draw up, you know, some kind of propaganda, something. I mean, unless it is straight out something just that you need to get right to the point, you know, like a poster for like a rally or something like that. where you just need like a symbol. That's different. Obviously. But for me, I like that somebody could look at my work and get all the feels. And even with music, you can do that too. I don't really stick to one genre. I don't know if is berserker like a type of music or something, or is it just people going berserk, um, or is it those creatures that live in holes in the ground and they're the size of Volkswagen buses, and they have like porcupine quills and they shoot at you as you're running from them on the Great Plains of the Nevada desert? Is that back in 1962? I remember that. I still have the scars on this. Berserkers were well. Oh, okay, that's what I mean. Yeah. Oh, on Amanita music. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess I knew that. I think there was a comic book too called Berserker, and it was pretty berserk. um. Thanks. Thank you, Internet. You're very kind. So I'm gonna get going, everybody. My voice is getting old again. I've got to go take a load off. In America, that means take a break. In Scandinavia, I just imagine it just means something about taking a rest. Just resting your soul. From everybody here at Story Grub Draws, all 39 of us. Shh, don't say anything. That's good. Good, good, good. Good night, everybody. Oh, that's right, yeah. I mean, I guess that's with a name like Berserk, you're gonna be drinking some pee. I don't mean that. I don't mean any disrespect. Internet. I'm just joking. I don't know enough. And if I did offend you, then I'll go drink my own pee right now. I promise you that. Okay. Either way, I'm drinking somebody's pee. I shouldn't finish that sentence. All right, guys. You take care of yourselves. And Daniel, if you're still listening, I hope you have a good night. Get some rest, and I hope you have good dreams. I'll see you there, and we can talk some more. And I look forward to future conversations with you, because I know that if you stick with it, all you gotta do is stick it with it, and things get better. It's hard to see it sometimes, but I think and hope that they do. Hope. I know it's a hard one to feel alone. But it's also a badge that we wear that others can't as well. So it makes us different than others. So you might as well go inward, you know, learn more about yourself. And that's what I've been doing this last year. And it went crazy. It went crazy inward, brother. But in the best of ways too. Where everything's turned upside down. That's the best thing that ever happened to me. And I never saw it coming. Completely out of left field, like, yeah. So trust me. Or just know that there's people out there that understand. Whether, whenever, whatever. All right. All of you. That goes for all of you. Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks. He's my grandpa, actually. What's his name? My dad. Sean Hanks. Tommy Boy Hanks. His son. That's my dad. Yeah. We were out bird hunting last year. Well, he got shot in the back of the head by a bird. The little bird had like a little gun. It shot my daddy in the back of the head. My dad's fine. It didn't hurt him at all, but it just bounced off like a little bird seed. Well, I took that little bird and I squished it because I was so angry with it. I just regret it to this very day. I didn't mean to do what it did. And I ate the goddamn thing. I ate it right in front of Daddy, who was a vegetarian. I was so dang mad. It made a little song right before I ate it. And then I cut it. I did it. I just did it. It was getting ready to finish off with some grand outro. And then boom, I just cut it so it right. Oh, okay. All right. It's okay, everybody. It's okay. I didn't mean to drop the ball there. I never expected that I would be crying on camera. No, I never expected that light to go out either. It's just, whew, they turn the lights out around here. Just, you guys ready for me to go then, huh? Okay, the pizza's here? Is the pizza here? Okay, no, I'm ready. Okay, everybody. As my voice deepens and my sensitivity widens, I just wanted you to know that you're special. I love you. I appreciate the company, and thanks for stopping by. It gets kind of weird in here sometimes, but that's the point. It's all about distractions. When you come here, you don't have to think about anything else, and you can say whatever you want as long as you're cool. You can even make fun of me as long as it's fair, as long as you're doing it in a fair way. Because if you're a bully about it, well, then we know what we do with bullies, right? We find out who they are. We have friends in low places. No, just one. He's over there. He's in the sewer. His name's It. Hey, It. We all afloat. Anyways, I gotta go. That's like the 1900th time I've said that. But I do appreciate you. And I hope you guys are doing good. At least you inherited some good money. Your humor is... Thank you, Internet. I appreciate you. For some reason, it hit all those things that you just sent. I'm sorry, buddy. Chet. Love you, great uncle. Love you too. Take care of yourself, Chet. Everybody else, take care of each other as well. I'm hungry. Should I wave? Yeah, I should wave. Oh, they can still hear me? Oh.